And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. It's your girl Birdie. And we have Kendra for 2. It is storming bad here. So hopefully we stay connected. Okay. Let's do it. All right. We have welcome in, welcome in. Oops. We have Kendra for 2. Happy Friday. How's it going, guys? What are y'all up to? Hey, G, welcome in. I see you. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, I got Kendra for 2, and then, hey, Kendra. How you doing, boo? All right. Let me open here with a quick. I'm gonna start with I want to start with the Pulp Girls for you for your first question. I'm doing good. It's storming here, so hopefully, but it's supposed to fly over, pass over soon, so that should be good. Make sure you guys like the stream. It really helps out the channel. And we'll open with a quick prayer. Ooh. Hey, Bailey. I was just thinking about you, actually. All right, Spirit. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver messages for the greater good, and so it is. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. Thank you so much. Can we do we can do whatever you like. Whatever you want. I got you. Whatever you want. All right, let me get into it. Yeah. Oh, you didn't post your questions. Go ahead and post, babe. Go right ahead. Whoops, I posted the wrong thing. It's fine. We're gonna do, all right. Question numero uno. I feel as though I'm being forced into lone wolf energy where I'm just not feeling connections with people anymore. Can we look into what this is all about? Absolutely. Thank you, G. Oops, hold up. Wrong thing. You know what? For purposes of time, I could talk about lone wolf energy all day, every day. But thank you so much, guys. But don't see this as a bad thing. Like if this is the energy that spirit is calling you towards, you also may want to read about the wolf animal totem, because this is the energy. I've never had a problem being alone, and I really enjoy being alone, but I definitely went through a season of lone wolf energy. I got a wolf blanket, and I was like all about the wolf energy in 2021, and it lasted like 2021, 2022, 2023. And then more and more and more of my soul family came in, which was great. But it's a season of lots of change, because I can tell you because I've been through it. And it is something that is not always comfortable either. And you may be someone who does enjoy spending time alone, but you're navigating new things in your life for the first time. And as an Aries, thank God you have that Aries trailblazing type of energy, because I think that it's going to help you move through the energy. But it can definitely be uncomfortable at times, especially if you. The other thing I'll say is, just because you aren't clicking with anyone right now doesn't mean it's you, and it doesn't mean it's forever. It could be just a matter of time. I do thrive alone sometimes. It's uncomfortable knowing I'm basically meant to be alone and that no one gets me. Well, that's not necessarily true. So we're going to talk about that. How do you know at your young age, my friend, knowing that you're basically meant to be alone? I don't think that's a fair statement. I think that you may be going through a season of where you, like, I resonate with this so deeply. Like, I'm meant to be alone and no one gets me. I think I've been there a million times in my life, right? And so I just don't think that you've met the right people yet, and I think this is more of a chapter of your life rather than never. And when we use, and trust me, I'm a very black and white thinker with all my fixed Scorpio energy, and so it's easy to say, yeah, well, no, I get it, but I still feel like you are in the spring of your life still, I feel, and some of the most amazing, beautiful people and friendships you just haven't met yet. So let's get into this. Okay? I actually love that we're reading about this topic. Spirit, what can we look into? What is this lone wolf energy all about? What is this lone wolf energy all about? Queen of Wands. Not everybody is on your level. Not everyone is here. Here's the biggest lone wolf lesson, in my personal opinion. Here is you, beautiful energy, bring in the Queen of Wands, right? Not everyone, and I'm not saying that like you're better than everyone else. Like, no. I'm even saying, like, energetically, you are on a certain level and you haven't met the other people who jive with you and vibe with you, because I think that you are so beautifully unique that you are not a dime a dozen, and that is why you're not clicking with every Sheila, Sarah, Bobby Sue, whoever, whatever the heck their names are, right? And that is not, I wouldn't see this as a bad thing. Holding your energy sacred and not being so you're just not going to connect with everyone, and you're like, okay, Bird, well, like, what if I could connect with like one person or two people, and you feel like it's not happening. You haven't, whatever is going on in your life right now is temporary, and this isn't a forever of you meaning to, of like you being meant to be alone forever. Spirit, what else? We have 5 of Pentacles. Exactly. You're feeling like, I'm a Queen of Wands, I have so much to offer, and here I am feeling like I'm left out in the cold. This is a spiritual lesson. Ace of Swords. I gotta be selective, which is fine, but it's lonely. Yeah. High Priestess. You're a High Priestess too. And we have the Lovers. The thunder is so loud here. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Yeah, 10 of Wands. This is a heavy burden to carry. I think that, and this could have been something that you chose based on like past life energy, where you're trying to keep, maybe you had a past life where your circle was large and you were around a lot of people. And Aries do crave connection with other people. I feel like fire signs a bit more want to be around. You guys are the sign of, you know, physicality and physical touch and all of those things, right? So I don't think this is going to last forever. And the Seven of Pentacles is like, is not only, the Seven of Pentacles is such a beautiful lesson. It's like, here I am, like, Spirit, here's you. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. Why is it taking so long? And what am I doing wrong? And Spirit is saying, as soon as you realize what the spiritual lesson is here, and knowing that standing in your truth and being who Kendra is, you have literally done nothing wrong. You have done nothing wrong. And I think if you feel in your gut that the people who are presented to you in your life, that that's a no for you, this isn't, I don't see this as everyone's rejecting Kendra. I see this as people are presented in your life. Let's say, for example, like the girls that you were in class with, right? And hey, SB, and maybe you were like, hey, these really aren't the kind of chicks that I want to be hanging out with. You're the one using that discernment and making that decision. It's not that everyone's rejecting you. You are also making very clear, lovers, Gemini, decisions about who you want in your energy and who is allowed to be in your energy. King of Cups energy. You've been able to, I think that you have very much mastered your emotions, or you are moving into an energy of where you are able to master your emotions. And through that emotional regulation, you're like, I can kind of see this a mile away that these people aren't for me. I want genuine connections, because not exactly. And so this is a season of life. So if you have asked Spirit, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and I still feel left out in the cold, and I still feel like I'm waiting around. Spirit's answer to this, Ace of Swords, keep being true to yourself. Right. Keep being true to yourself. You've done nothing wrong. This is, keep being the Queen of Wands that you are. This is a temporary chapter, but it definitely feels like a burden. And so it's more of a spiritual and emotional lesson of, and I mean, so many times in my 20s and even like around 30, whether it was like a breakup or, you know, friendship issues, I thought, oh my God, like, am I a horrible person? Like, what is wrong with me? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, sometimes things fall apart, but that doesn't need, and self-reflection is always great. Like, if you want to make changes, which we're all always changing, but I don't think that you're specifically like doing something wrong. You are not being punished, is what I'm trying to say here. What's the spiritual lesson? The spiritual lesson is that you are not being punished, and that you're not doing anything wrong, and that this is temporary. And so this is about making peace with the fact that you do have the right discernment, and it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. This isn't forever. So blaming yourself for this and feeling like you're meant to be alone forever, that is a lie that you're telling yourself. Because it's just not, Aries, we need to have patience here. And maybe you feel like it's been my whole life, it's been forever. I wish I had the time to tell you every experience and chapter of my life, but as time goes on, I feel like as the older we get, life just gets better and better and better and better and better and better when you are on the spiritual path. And so there are better people that are going to be brought into alignment with you. I think you just need to have some patience. Also, because you've also had so many changes in your life recently that I don't even know that you're fully grounded into all of the change that's happened around you too. Here we go. Mercury in Aries in the 11th house. I feel like maybe this is you making the first move, and maybe this is you being a little bit more open. And so what I would like you to do now is start praying for soul family and, you know, deep soulful type of friendships. With Mercury and Aries in the 11th house, this is, you know, connecting to people who you can talk and talk and talk and talk to and have a solid friendship, even quick friendships. Like, I do feel like there are more friends coming in, better friends for you. There could be another Aries or other fire signs that you feel like you really click with and have amazing conversation, whether you're like talking on the phone all night or like texting a lot throughout the day. But I feel like there's new friendship coming in. There also could be a Scorpio as well that kind of pops in as a friend, but friends are coming, and I feel like even before the end of the year, I think you're going to see some of this energy start to shift. I think you just need to give it a bit more time. I pick up on people's energy. Ain't for me, but bad for having that. Just always. Well, no. I mean, listening to, it's not like you're sitting there talking smack or whatever. Like, listening to your gut. That's why you have one, right? So go ahead with your next question, BB. You're not doing anything wrong, and I do see friendships, but that should be like a prayer and a mantra for you, is to foster community and deep soulful, you know, sisterhood relationships, stuff like that, if that is what you are looking for. Because I can tell you, I found it, and I think you all can find it. And I know that that can feel rare, but it is such a blessing, and it is possible. Yeah, you're not. You're good, BB. All right, so let me update my list really quickly. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Give me just a moment here. All right, so I have, make sure you guys like and sub. I have Kendra, I have G, and I have SB. Thanks so much, guys. All right, we're gonna do a general reading for Kendra. All right, Kendra, shake it off. Deep breath, deep breath. We're going to get into a general reading. We're going to get into a general reading here for you. Yes, SB says, you're happy to see me on. Thank you so much. It has been, usually my busy season for my other work is, it's usually August through my birthday, through like end of November. And, our busy season already got started, so things were crazy this week, but everyth's good. It's just, I got a lot of stuff to do, and then I got stuff with friends and hobbies, and, you know, I have a very full life. I feel like if people are like, I'm bored, I don't know what to do, I'm like, I want to do all the things. Like, I don't know how you could be bored in this world, because there's just so much to do. So anyways, so much to do, so little time. But all right, Kendra, let's get into it. Kendra wants a general reading. A general reading you shall have. And let's do it. Spirit, show me what's going on with Kendra. What is the energy around Kendra? What is the energy? What is the energy around Kendra right now? What does Kendra need to know right now, Spirit? Thank you so much. Okay. Queen of Swords. You're feeling a little moody. Feeling like you're a little bit in a funk right now. Maybe feeling a little bit defensive. I would also say things like, in whatever like your prayer or your mantra is to want to like manifest these new friendships in, Like, because the Queen of Swords can be very cold and very closed off. I'm not saying that. I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying it's an opportunity for you to say, Spirit, please, open me and align me with deep, soulful, trusting, beautiful relationships, right? Because I think you are a little bit moody or annoyed at something right now. I knew we were going to pull Four of Swords. I saw it on the bottom of the deck too. You may also be doing a lot right now, and Spirit might be asking you like, hey girl, are you drinking enough water and are you sleeping? Type of energy with the Four of Swords as well. Two of Wands, making plans. Love that Two of Wands. Five of Cups. Yeah, there's a little bit of there's a little bit of moody, maybe even a little bit of emotional energy right now, where maybe you thought something was going to be different. And the King of Pentacles is like, honey, you got to play the long game. Maybe something didn't turn out the way that you thought it was going to be. And the King of Pentacles is like, you don't even know what beautiful jewels and blessings are around the corner for you. Like, let's not, I hate when people use the cried over spilled milk analogy with the Five of Cups, but I am feeling that coupled with the Four of Cups. It's like, I feel like, even to tie into the last reading, there may be a little bit of impatience going on right now. Let me see what else I have for you. The Eight of Wands, and we have the Moon. Beautiful. I think that, so what Spirit wants you to do is, with the Eight of Wands is about communication, and it's also about movement, okay? And I think you want things to move faster than they're going. You said, it's been a lot. It maybe not like people. Yeah, no, I get that. I had a moment this week as well at work that was like not fun, but I mean, but overall, like if you look at the big picture, anyways, with the Moon, Spirit is inviting you to allow a little bit of mystery when it comes to your manifestation and when it comes to what's unfolding, because what Spirit has in store for you may be better than what you have been trying to make these plans for and what may have not worked out yet. And so you're like, man, I'm already ready to turn my back on this thing. And the King of Pentacles is like, we don't quit. We don't quit. We keep going, because the blessing just hasn't arrived yet. And I also think that, the Queen of Swords and even the Queen of Wands in your previous reading, they want to be in control. They want to make, maybe the Queen of Wands a little bit less, but the Queen of Swords is like, I want to make plans. I want to organize things to a T. I want them to be just so, right? And Spirit is saying, if you want magic to enter your life, sometimes things might get a little bit messy, and you need to open up to the mystery and allow Spirit to do what it's doing. And if you feel like you're spinning your wheels doing something, you may need to relinquish control and maybe take a step back, Four of Swords here, and maybe stop pushing if you feel like you're pushing. Because the King of Pentacles is a very slow burn. It takes a long time to get to the top of the mountain of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And also, don't let fear get in your way. Let's say for example, and thanks for sharing that with me. Let's say example, like work. It was a mess. I got so frustrated. It's not going to be the first or the last time you get frustrated, whether you're doing this job or any other job. Am I right? So the Moon says, do not let the fear of the annoyance, the fear of the Four of Cups, Five of Cups, like, oh my God, I'm so annoyed. I'm so over this. This is horrible. This is not the way. Life is going to ebb and flow. And so don't let the fear of whatever happened this week keep you away from becoming the King of Pentacles and the blessing that is in store for you, because I do think that you're on the right track. I just think that also astrologically, a lot of planets have shifted. Things feel a bit uncomfortable right now. So I think it's just like a phase that we're going through. I think that if you hang in there, the commitment and the sacrifice to your career is going to definitely be worth it for you, and that this is just a season. 9 of Wands. This is you this week. Here's you this week. 9 of Wands. You feel like you got your butt kicked, but you're still standing. Yeah. There could have been things that happened this week that shook you up emotionally, pissed you off. Spirit is like, take some rest. If you have time off, take a nap, drink some water, and don't let the fear hold you back from your blessing, because you're meant to be a King of Pentacles when all of this is said and done. The Princess of Pentacles, this is also the Page of Cups. If you were dealing with petty or immature behavior, Page of Cups energy, that is on them. That is not on you. You're coming through as queens and kings, right? You don't have time to be dealing with petty, low-level energy that's going on around you. You could have felt like something was getting on your last nerve. Here we go again. Aries, Jupiter in the 5th house. You need to make the moments. Okay, so the 5th house is about joy. What brings you joy? When you have time to rest. When you have time to do the things that you love, the things that light you up, you need to expand that and make the most of it. Aries and Jupiter in the 5th house. We are going after what we love when we have the time to do it. So still, even if you're upset, don't let this frustration completely take over you. Still make sure that you are taking time to enjoy things in your life, and don't let this frustration or this immature thing that happened get the best of you. And trust and believe, I let something get the best of me this week. That's life. And we move on. We move on. It's not going to be the first or last time you get pissed off, whether that's in this job or any job. Let me see what else Spirit has for you. Thanks for your patience, guys. All right, Kendra. Spirit, what else do we have for our lovely? Bring love into the situation. You got to love yourself more than these people are getting frustrated or frustrating you. It made you question a lot. Me, same. A time to give. I think if you keep going and you invest in this thing, despite what, like, if you're still in training and there's people around you that you don't like, then this is all temporary. So giving yourself the opportunity to see this through and not getting frustrated is going to be worth it for you. Nothing is yet set in stone. The way this week went is not going to be the way things go forever. But you are valid in how you're feeling. You're valid in how you're feeling. I'm going to pull from a different deck to change up the energy just a little bit. Just to give you additional messages on top of this. Spirit, show me, what does Kendra need to know right now? What other general messages? Out of training, but basically teaching, there's still a lot to learn. Oh, for sure. For sure. A light-filled angel is at your side. It watches over you at every dark doorway. So you are being spiritually protected everywhere you go, all day, every day. You are not being denied. You're not being punished. This is just a season where you have the opportunity to really focus on yourself, because maybe later in life, you're gonna have other things going on that's what I'm saying. Like, when you guys are young, like, go stay in school, go to school, get your degrees, get your certifications, because when you get older, you don't know what's gonna happen. Some of you are gonna pop out kids, some of you are gonna be, running businesses or doing what, like, you may not have the time to do all of this. So even you're gonna have good days and bad days, but know you are protected. We also have the love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. Yes, I think this is also an opportunity for you to meet yourself on an even deeper level. The realm of your truth is opening up, like what in the last reading. Staying true to yourself, even if you feel like you're the only one, right? You know those, sometimes in movies they'll have like, who's on my side, and they'll draw like a line in the sand, and then some people walk. It's like, even if Kendra's the only person who crosses the line in the sand, it's like, I feel like your convictions are so true to you, and that's nothing to there. Even if you're the only one, there's nothing wrong with you. And I can't shout that from the rooftops enough. Because when the time is right, Spirit's going to show you, and Spirit will reward you for your efforts. King of Pentacles. Like, I was treated horribly. I was treated like I was crazy and an alien by my family, by people at work. And then suddenly, I feel like once I fell in love with myself and accepted myself, I have beautiful family around me. I have amazing relationships at work, and there are a lot of blessings. So a lot of this stuff happening on the external is a relationship with the internal. Yeah. And it's not that you're excluded. You're like, I think differently, and I see it this way. And it's okay that you're the only one who sees it that way, because I'm telling you, for most of my life, I was the only one who was seeing things a certain way. You're not crazy. Caught up in drama, act to free yourself, change and blossom again. I think that I think you're sensitive. I think you're absorbing the energy around you, especially if there's drama with these other people that you're working with. And it's kind of getting, you're sucking that up. Some of this energy, this petty, immature energy, that's not even yours. You're picking up on other people's stuff. So you may want to do some type of like energy, salt bath, sage cleanse, things like that to clear your energy. And I remember when you were telling me about this, you're gonna, once you're, off to the races with this job, you will, you're going to be around lots of different people every single day. So protecting your energy and doing cleansing, so that you're not absorbing all these people's energy every day, is going to be really, really important for you. So I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Kendra, I'm wishing you the best always, and keep us posted. G said the people around you were losers who could not see a diamond. Aww, you sweet little bean. Thank you. I mean, but also the other thing is like, when you're indoctrinated to see things one way, like, I don't even fault them. I think, maybe I'm being too generous, but it's like, I don't even fault some of the people who couldn't see things, especially when it comes to generational stuff. But we click with who we click with. Relationships, not saying they don't require work, but relationships shouldn't be too hard, right? All right, G, we're going to move on to our lovely G, and then we have SB, and then we have Bailey, I believe. G, go ahead and post. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your donations today. But yeah, I was really gonna try to go on last night, and I decided I wanted to. Yesterday, I worked a long day yesterday, and I think the day before, and it was just, I wanted to color in my coloring book, and I put on, what did I put on? I put on Love Island, which I've never watched before, and it's really stupid and cringy, but I was able to like color and have it on in the background, so I didn't have to like worry about it. Anyway, general messages about what's coming up next for the lovely G. Let's do it. And I've been seeing your videos that pop up on your channel. You guys should go subscribe to, I think you changed your name, Hobby World. Yeah, I just got into like, that's not true. So during, was it 2019, I bought like a pack of, I have markers and like coloring books. And then I saw like the really cute viral ones that were going around. And so I ordered a couple little coloring books. So that's been fun. It's been fun. But yeah, just like, I also have a book I'm trying to read, and that's what I'm saying, like, I have all these things I want to do, and I just don't have enough time. I have a feeling perfectionism is, so I do have it, well, not always. Like, you should see some of the paint, like when I painted my new home, like, the paint is not perfect. I think it looks bad, but you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. And no, with coloring, it's like, I try to do my best, but yeah, no, I don't think anything I do is perfect. But there are times where I do struggle with perfectionism. I've been told that. All right, G, let's get into your reading. Let's get into your reading. All right, G. But yeah, guys, go check out G's channel. She's making some cool. I have a question for you. What platform do you use to, like, is it ChatGPT, or like, how do you even make AI videos? Someone was telling me about that the other day, but I don't know how you even, or do you just like go into a platform and like tell it what you, I don't know how to do that. I make AI images, but I've never made a video. Oh, that's awesome. Is it the free version, or do you pay for it? Because I'm too cheap to pay for it. All right, Spirit, show me what's going on with G. Show me general messages about what is coming up next for G. What's coming up next for G? Jupiter in Pisces in the 7th house. Wow. Let's talk about Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter in Pisces in the 7th house is a really beautiful placement. The 7th house of relationships, this is showing that there are going to be relationships deepening and expanding in your 7th house. You could potentially meet someone new. I know we don't always do like romance meetings or readings for you, but I do feel like it's possible, you know, within the next year that you could meet a romantic partner. So if that's something that you are not concerned about, just, and 7th house relationships can also include like deep, long-lasting friendships, but it is the house of relationships, so I'm just gonna leave that there. Spirit, AI requires, oh, okay, cool, that's awesome. All right, Spirit, show me what is coming next for G. What is coming up next for G? What is coming up next for G? 6 of Cups. Magician. Knight of Cups. G, what's going on over here? What is going on over here? Can I ask you a question, G? Are you open to a relationship? Is that something that you're closed off to? Because that's what's coming up here for this, especially with this meow, meow, meow. This Knight of Cups, this Magician energy, Knight of Wands. I'm talking about romance. I'm not even talking about work for you. But we do have 8 of Pentacles, so I'll touch on work because I know that we talk a lot about your work. But I want to. Are you open to? I'm old now, I think, for such things. Not necessarily. Do you think that's a cultural thing, or you think you're just kind of closed off to it? Because I think that, do you think it's, like, culturally, do you think people don't couple up at your age, or you feel like that's something that happens younger? Because I think there could be someone that, pops into your life. Maybe someone that you knew a while back, and I don't necessarily think this is like an ex type of energy, but maybe someone that you knew from childhood, or like maybe someone moves back to like where you are and you kind of reconnect, or this is through like a childhood friend or someone knows someone, and this person could actually be a water sign. I'm picking up Cancer, Scorpio, could even be Pisces with this Pisces energy here. But I feel like this is someone who can actually see, I feel like this is someone you could meet with in the next year. I'm just going to deliver this message and then we'll talk about work, okay? If you're cool with that. I feel like someone could come into your life in the next year and they will actually see you for who you are on a soul level. Look how beautiful this Justice card is. And this is someone that will feel like they're a good equal pairing, but not cultural. You said, I don't think about it anymore. Neither do I. But I think that something when you're not expecting it, an introduction could be made from a friend from your past to this person, okay? And I feel like there may be some fear associated with this where you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this. I didn't see this coming. And I feel the same way, trust me. But with what I've been through. But, with the moon in Temperance, there's an opportunity for you to heal something that you've been fearing. And Spirit's bringing you this opportunity for you to work on yourself and work on what life would be like if you had a good compatible relationship in your life. And Spirit may give you a glimpse of that opportunity, and the choice will be yours. Do I want to live life in a partnership, or do I want to live life being by myself? And whatever you decide is okay. There's no like wrong answer. But either way, there's going to be a beautiful opportunity for you to grow here, which I love. There's going to be a beautiful change and transformation. Okay, let's talk about work, because I know you don't care about that much, but I had to bring that through. So let's talk about work. I see things going very well. We have the Magician here, manifestation, opportunity, things moving harmoniously. You said new project started a week back. There could be some things that you have to navigate, like it's not going to be perfect. There could even be a little bit of fear associated with, there could be something new that comes up that you have to learn or navigate, but I feel like you will master it beautifully here with Temperance and 8 of Pentacles. I also feel like whatever connections that you make out of this project can tie you to the future project that you do after this. So it's like death and rebirth. As soon as this project is done, there might be another project that comes out of it with the same, client or whatever type of work that you do, if that makes sense. The other thing that Spirit wants me to talk about with this 5 of Wands, again, I think you should be really proud of yourself, because I think that you were chosen for a reason to be part of this project, because I don't know if there was some competition as to like who they were going to choose to work on this project, but they definitely chose you for a reason. And Knight of Wands, you just want to get in there and get the work done quickly. So this even if this project isn't like a super long-term project, I think another one's going to come up right after it, if that makes sense. It's only 2 months. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So if it's quick with Knight of Wands energy is kind of, you know, moving really quickly, I think another one will pop up from it right away. Let me see what else I have for you. Spirit, what other general messages do you have for G? And then SB, you're on deck. And then our lovely Bailey. Give me just a moment, guys. Calmness, yeah. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. Take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, Spirit. May your peace and calm take over. We have self-sufficiency, yeah. I think they see you as someone who is self-sufficient, self-starter. Ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on the divine. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it's saying, the divine is my source, and I am willing to receive all the help, love, support that wants to come. And we have true offering. May I release the fears, illusions, and addictions that keep me from true offering. May I relax into your plan, trusting that the next step will always be shown. Use me, Spirit, for the highest. I am yours. Okay, let's see what else I have here. All right, let's get some mantra cards for you. Spirit, what are other messages for G right now? We have attune to the divine, new moon in Pisces. So yeah, there's Pisces energy. Pisces energy asks us to go deep. Has my anxiety reduced now? Yes, I feel that, yes. And I don't really see any of that other than maybe a little bit of fear with the moon. Energy is looking pretty harmonious right now. And you have ability to manifest right now if you really focus on things. So yeah, attune to the divine. And maybe you've meditated, journaled, tried to heal. Yes. So I think surrendering, like continuing to surrender and offer that to the divine here. Pisces asks us to go within, and it's the deep, deep subconscious of our mind, right? Be humble. I think you are very humble. Yeah, and take a reality check. Maybe writing down like what you're grateful for and like the reality of where you are. I think there's a lot for you to be grateful for, and if you paint a clear picture of what your reality looks like right now, I think you'll realize that I don't think you have anything to fear. You may not have a lot to be anxious about, but I will say, if you have actual anxiety, like that's not a logical thing. That's a biological response, right, to something else that's going on. So, but again, entertainment purposes only. I'm just a cat lady on the internet. I will leave that with you. G, thank you so much for getting your reading today. I appreciate you. All right, SB, you ready to lock in? You ready to lock in for 3? SB. Where is my... I'm going to do last call for donations because I have 4 readings to go. All right. I'm going to pull this out. I think I want to use the Mons Tarot for you. Oof. Momento. Hydration check, kings and queens. We've been going for 49 minutes. Give me one moment. Last call for donations, guys. Okay. All right, SB, let's do it. How you doing, baby? SB's messages here, so I'm just gonna get it kicked off. Give me one sec. Good, good, good. I got you, boo. I'm just trying to open up the PayPal. Hold on, I gotta open it up in my email. All right. General, next 30 days. General, next 30 days. Hydration. Yay! Thank you for the update. I'm so glad you kept him in too. I'm glad that reading turned out to be on point. Welcome in, guys. Last call for donations. We have a little ways to go. All right. Thanks for your patience, guys. All right. SB general for the next 30 days. Let me get my feet planted on the ground. They're showing me the sacral chakra. Okay. Okay. Knight of Swords. Sun's coming back out for you, my friend. Thanks, Kendra. Yeah, so the sun is coming back out for you. We have the Knight of Swords. We have Four of Wands. And you know what's really funny? This is interesting reading. This is all emotional download. Give me 1 second. This is weird. Hold on. Let me feel it. You know how you're going to be in the next 30 days? You aren't going to give an F. You are unbothered. Why? Okay, let's talk about this. I think you're ready to get back to work. I think you're ready to hit the drawing board and only really pay attention to what matters. Because I think you've been through so much, especially within the last year, and also in life in general, you know, being a single parent, doing all the things that you do, that you're like, I can see the big picture. I value my time alone. I value my time at home. And if it disturbs my peace, it's a no for me. And guess what? I'm also not going to be emotional about it. I'm also not going to be emotional about it. 8 of Cups, something that might have emotionally bothered you in the past, you're like, shoo fly, bye, I'm done. I'm gone. I'm not doing this anymore. This is a huge, huge, huge sign of growth for you. You said, I can totally see this. The sun is coming out in your life again. And sometimes when we go through grief and we feel feelings of joy, we can kind of feel a little guilty about that. And Spirit's here to remind you, like, it's okay. Like, allow yourself to feel the joy when you are having a joyful moment. And that, you know, this doesn't mean that everything is going to be easy again, but if something isn't compatible, if something doesn't feel good, if something isn't being reciprocated in your life, or you have to work so hard on it, you shouldn't have to feel like you are kicking your ass just to survive in a friendship, relationship, anything. Things about, yeah, because you see the big picture of, you know, life is precious and I'm not going to waste time. And I think that just a lot of that comes with age and maturity, but also when you experience a major trauma, it's like, I'm not going to worry about that anymore. We have the world, end of a cycle, major ending of a cycle, time for a celebration, accomplishment, and we also King of Wands. And I feel like this King of Wands is you. And it's like, listen, if this doesn't work for me, like, beat it. You can get out of here. Go. Or I'm leaving you in the dust. 8 of Cups, I'm leaving you behind. Here's what I see happening. There could be an air sign. I want to talk about romance now. There could be an air sign, Knight of Swords energy that enters, this is a new person that could enter the chat in the next 30 days. My brother was talking to my mom. I was like, you're still talking about this. They both started like, he's been sick for I love it. But yeah, it's like it's very King of Wands, like, man up, rub some dirt in it, let's walk it off and let's keep it moving. Like, we don't have time for this. We got things to do, we got life to live. And we can also, you know, you also sit in this 4 of Wands and 9 of Pentacles, sit in the beautiful joy of your home, sit in that feminine energy, right? Soak it all in. And if someone wants to add to your life and light up your life, you can give them the opportunity to do that. If they're not lighting up your life, they're gonna have to take it to the curb. If someone isn't investing or putting the work in, like, I just, and I don't see you being like mean and cutting people off. It's just like, you're calling a spade and not spinning your wheels to try to, like, put in the work to, like, make something work. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, let's see what else we have here. Home projects, yeah. You could even be investing in upgrading something in your home. 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands energy. But yeah, I'm seeing someone new come in. This is someone a colleague could also introduce you to. They could have, like, a Leo moon or, like, air sign with maybe a Leo placement going on, Leo rising. Aquarius and Gemini in the 10th house. There's going to be some interesting conversations at work. I feel like people at work Aquarius is the sign of friendship. If your coworkers know what you've been through, maybe they're being extra kind. Maybe they invite you to hang out or go to a party, and that's where you would meet this air sign. This person could be like an Aquarius with a Leo moon or something like that, or like a Leo rising. So let's see what else I have here for you. This reading there's a lot here. I want to pull from this feminine deck. Wasteland, sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. This is not a time to pour into anyone else or other people. This is a time to receive. You are tending to the home. You're tending to what you need to. Do what is sustainable for you. You do not need to bend over backwards, twist yourself. You're not going to be doing any of that in the next 30 days. Expand through the extremes and trust life, which I feel I think you realize right now you kind of have no choice. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, acceptance. Yes. And see this? We have a rainbow here. I saw a huge rainbow the other day, by the way. There's after the rain, and guess what? The sun comes out again for you. Because I feel like there's been so much grief. The sun maybe hasn't come out in a while in your life. Yeah, a lot of people I think have had some work shakeups, myself included, this week. Let's see what else we have for you. Spirit, show me what's going on with SB. We have well-being, yeah, focusing on you. We have trust twice, and we have spirit guide. So you are being protected. Also pay attention to your dreams. Ask your spirit guide to continue to lead you. Or sometimes I'll say, like, Spirit, show me a neon, like, you need to show me a neon blinking slide. Or, like, go, like roll out the red carpet for me if I'm too thick-skulled to, like, see what it is you're trying to show me. Like, we can ask Spirit to do that. You've been yearning for companionship. I think someone's coming in, and I don't think it's going to be that far off, and I think it's something that you don't have to work that hard at. Like, it's just going to fit. Oh, my God. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, my God. And sometimes, here's the thing. Hurt people. Sometimes people don't even realize, especially in a work setting, people don't even realize, like, how ratchet they can, like, come off. Do you know what I'm saying? So, people are nuts. People are strange when you're a stranger. When you're strange, people come out. All right, next question. What does G think of me? That's it? Curious to know what G thinks of me. All right. I love that you're a Capricorn moon. I love cat moons. All right. Or Cap Rising, yeah. What does G think of me? Seven of Swords. Did you change up? Did you change up on them? Five of Cups. Sadness. Two of Swords. You trusted your gut about something. Maybe you cut things off. Oh, Taurus moon. Either way, I love it. The Hermit, choosing to be alone. The Moon. You trusted your gut about something and you pulled away. Did you change up on them? Let me know, SB. That's what they feel. They feel like things were going one way, and then Seven of Swords, you moved in a different direction. Maybe because you're feeling sad, like things weren't going to work out. You trusted your gut. Maybe you're a little bit more cold towards them. He did. He had to leave. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the Hermit and the Moon, it's like maybe you were afraid this would happen with the Moon energy. You stopped talking, yeah. I think he feels like you're pissed and that you're cold. And if he changed up on you, the Seven of Swords, that like shame on him. But I think that regardless of where the coldness is coming from, or maybe it's coming from both of you at this point, I think that you guys realize that this isn't it. This isn't it. Justice was served. It brought you, and sometimes people get confused when I see justice in a relationship that didn't work out. Spirit is telling me, and I'm not saying you'll never talk again or you won't be friends. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But when I see justice in a situation where something negative happened in a relationship, whether like someone's hurt feelings or someone changed up right here with the Seven of Swords, it's like Spirit was showing you this for a reason, to bring you where you are right now so that you can be open for the right person to come into your life. And I think that you are open to hearing me and receiving this because you're not in a desperation place of love. But oftentimes, and also anyone else who's watching this, if you're in a place of desperation and you're freaking out, or hysterical about a relationship, that is the worst time you could get a reading because the energy is all crazy. So sometimes I'll give that message in a reading and it's not really received because they're like, well, what do you mean? It wasn't meant to be that way. It's like, listen, I'm just a cat lady on the internet. Like, listen, I'm just doing the best I can every day. Here's the deal. Yeah, so I'm seeing you guys being closed off, even fearful of potentially reaching out to each other again. Let's see what else I have. Venus and Pisces in the 7th house. You need someone who can deeply love you and be all up in your business. Venus in Pisces is extremely lovey-dovey, mushy, gushy, all up in your business. You need a quality time person that you can be with on a regular basis. I do not think a long distance relationship will work for you. Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, well, we have to. I like to dissect my past relationship. That's how we can look at our patterns so that we can improve ourselves to change and be better. Like, thank God I was a hot mess and lived a Spanish soap opera because I would never do it again. I also don't have the energy to do it again. I don't have the energy to date the rest of Charleston County. I don't. So I just stopped. I was physically, emotionally, and spiritually exhausted. Couldn't do it. Novella, yes. I did. I lived a novella, and then I said, in 2022, I said, I can't, Spirit, I can't do this anymore. I'm good. Because I was not, but the good thing with you, and another thing I'll share with you, my friend, I was going through grief, and I blame myself. Like, I was being a little, maybe a little more than a little immature, and going through grief, I wasn't making very good decisions with the partners I was allowing and choosing, and maybe I needed a little distraction from my grief. So just keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you going down that road at all. Especially with a kid in the mix, I think you're probably way, way more extra mindful. But, sometimes we lose ourselves. And I had to rebuild my relationship with me so that I could trust myself before I could even have friends again. I went through a whole phase where it's like I wouldn't even allow friendship. I was done. I was like, no new people, no new nothing. Like, I have to. And then I had to, like, cut a bunch of people off. It was crazy. All right, we're going to get into your next one. Sorry for my personal anecdotes here. Bailey, I still got you. Kendra, I still got you. We have one more for SB. One moment. I have SB, I have Bailey, and I have Kendra. All right, SB, last reading is curious to know if T's thoughts and feelings for me both are old flings. They're on my mind. Okay. T's thoughts and feelings for me. T's thoughts and feelings for me. T's thoughts and feelings for me. T's thoughts and feelings. And you guys, I might come on tomorrow. I might come on tomorrow afternoon because I haven't been able to come on all week. So we'll see how that pans out. But I'm thinking afternoon when I don't know. We'll see how the day goes. Spirit, show me T's feelings. What are T's thoughts and feelings? T's thoughts and feelings towards SB. We have Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Did he mess this whole thing up? Nine of Swords, Three of Swords. It feels heavy. Feels heavy. King of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. Maybe he thought your mind was on another man, or he just fumbled the ball. I think he felt like you were a very quality, loving, and caring person. Was he jealous of your child? The Six of Cups. Was he jealous of your kid? He did, yeah. He may have felt a little bit nervous and scared to date someone who had a kid, which is, it's good that he got out when he did. I also am not feeling, I don't feel he was his energy doesn't feel very stable. His energy just doesn't feel very stable. It feels like he's here, there, everywhere. He could maybe say one thing and do another, or his actions weren't aligning. He wasn't serious enough for you, is what I'm picking up on. Seven of Cups, his head was in the clouds, and I think he was trying to keep options open. He could have also been talking to other women. Like, I'm seeing multiple queens and kings here. He seemed all over the place sometimes, but I think he also was. I do think if things ended badly, I do think he has some regrets maybe in how he treated you or what he said to you. But overall, he might be aware that he hurt you, and I think he has a little bit of guilt over that because he feels like you're a good quality person. Let me see what else. He wasn't, this guy, I feel like this guy can't even, I haven't said this in a while. I feel like this guy couldn't even find his way out of a paper bag. I don't know that this is a man that could have been able to lead for you anyway. Honestly, I'm not trying to be shady. I just feel like he's all over the place. Yeah, we have Gemini and Mercury in the 7th house. He was a little bit too, he was too cerebral and too buzzy, if that makes sense. So here's the thing. I've dated those before. And here's the thing. Sometimes they can be incredibly intelligent, but they don't necessarily have like bedside manner, or they are potentially somewhere on the spectrum where there's not a whole lot of self-awareness or reflection going on, which can prohibit them from having a deep emotional connection with someone. Because Mercury and Gemini in the 7th house, it's like, I'm looking at these things logically. Does everything work? Does everything fit? What about this? What about that? They're not taking the time to sit and see how they actually feel about something, and I feel like that's part of his downfall as well. And oftentimes, people in those types of roles want the woman to do everything for them because they feel like they're, part of the 1%, right? So it's like, if you're working a job and taking care of a kid, he's not going to be your priority. Am I wrong? And so he could have been extra, just... Because oftentimes when guys think that they're super elite or have some type of super special job, it's like, well, I need someone who's going to take care of me and pack my lunches, and there's nothing wrong with doing that for your partner. But I think he was looking for, I think he was looking for a trad wife as well. If he was even, here's the thing, I think his end game is to look for a trad wife, but I also feel like he was playing the field and he didn't know what was heads or tails. Hopefully he's decent at his job. And even then, And even then, I don't care if they get the degree or the title, they could still be terrible at what they're doing. So, all right, I'm going to leave that with you. Spirit's blessing. That's what I got. I think, here's what I'm going to tell you. With both of these dudes, I think there's much, much better ahead of you on the horizon than what you have left behind, and I stand by that. SB, sending you all my best. We're moving on to Bailey. I know. Cats over everything, kids over everything. It's like, yeah. All right. Bailey, go ahead and post. All right, donations are closed. Bailey, we are going to use one of my favorites for you. Let's see what you want to do. You want to do an in-depth, and then we got one more from SB. So I have Bailey, Kendra, SB. You're good. You're good. Yeah, no, you're good. List. You're good. Let's see. What am I doing? Bailey, Ken, SB. Okay. All right, what does Spirit want you to know? We're going to be using the ever so funny Bohemian Gothic to get your reading today. I don't know if I've ever used this for you. Spirit, let's tap into Bailey's energy. Let's tap into Bailey's energy. Let's tap into Bailey's energy. What does Spirit want Bailey to know? What does Spirit want Bailey? Bailey, Bailey, Bailey. What does Spirit want Bailey to know? 7 of Pentacles. Something is going to be worth the wait. Whoa! 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, Ace of Swords, 9 of Swords. I feel like there is something that you need to emotionally process that has been taking time. Something that you've been anxious about, something that keeps you up at night. Look how gorgeous this Ace of Swords is. I did a similar reading for Kendra earlier, where we were talking about like what is true for you and living your authentic truth, even if nobody else understands you. And I'm feeling a very similar vibe for you. You need to allow yourself space to process. You need time and space to process emotions, and maybe you're forcing yourself and pushing yourself to do something faster than your mind, body, and emotions are allowing you to do. Does this make sense? Let me see what else I have here. 3 of Pentacles. The Hermit. Yes, very much feeling alone. We did this lone wolf reading earlier today. Feeling like you have to navigate something alone. 5 of Wands, a challenge. Ace of Cups. But it's worth the wait. So if you feel like you are all alone, I do feel like there is support for you. The Hermit, although he's creepy as hell in this deck, I was like, he's not really shining his light on any which way. Although there seem to be some challenges and healing that needs to happen in your life, the 3 of Pentacles is saying there are solutions here. There's ways to work through this, but the path to healing yourself through whatever this anxiety is or whatever the pain is that you're feeling is by starting new, starting fresh, and telling your truth. Because that's going to be the only way through the nightmare or the anxiety or the sleepless nights of the 9 of Swords, okay? 6 of Pentacles. People may be more supportive than you think. Maybe is your fear getting the best of you? Are you putting off healing? Or are you putting... What is this that's taking a long time that you're waiting on? Here we have the Sun. Let me know if you have any other specifics. Help you so I can give you the best reading for you. So let me know if you want me to get into anything else. But with the Sun, yeah, I think that there are brighter days ahead. There's a new start ahead. There's a way for you to live in your truth and have people be supportive of you. But I do think there is a bit of fear and anxiety that's standing in your way that could be holding you back from something. And whatever this isn't easy. And don't are you beating yourself up over something too? Like, I'm not getting it fast enough, or I'm not doing this thing. I've done that before. And this could even be, this may not be the best analogy, but it's like if I went through a breakup and I struggled, like really, really struggled to like heal myself or fix myself, and then I'd beat myself up like, why aren't you better yet? Why can't you like figure this out? And it's like, you can't force your mind and body and soul to do something that it's not ready to do, and give yourself the time and space to process and heal something. And this, you could apply this really to anything, like big picture stuff going on. But I keep getting the message over and over and over that something is going to be worth the wait. Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups. There is a new, bright, positive, fresh start for you on the other side of whatever it is that is the challenge in your life right now. Aquarius, 6th house. This could even show up as a new way. So the 6th house of health and day-to-day routine. Aquarius, Venus and Aquarius in the 6th house. Venus and Aquarius in the 6th house. Loving how you are showing up day to day. And are you authentically being yourself, living the way that you want to live? Aquarius energy. Are you letting your freak flag fly and living the way that you want to live every day? And if you're not living how you're living on a day-to-day basis, you need to make some changes there. That's what they're like. If and 6th house can be something with your health that you can change. It can also be something with your day-to-day routine that you may need to change or address. Or if you love your day-to-day routine, then maybe it's a sign you're on the right track, or that you will be soon. Numerology, finances, increase, sacred geometry, spiritual science. You might start seeing like repeated numbers or angel numbers. Look at Google the numbers on your receipt when you go to the store too. That's always really fun. We have arrival, alignment, all is well, and healing. Lots of healing going on with the Three of Swords. Presence, well-being, and gift to life. Yeah, so I'm seeing maybe a positive boost in your well-being, or if you are dealing with major anxiety, I see that like healing and subsiding. Sun is coming out for you as well, which we've got in another reading. Spirit, what other messages? Let's get some advice messages for... Oops. Uno momento. Forgiveness, set yourself free. And this could be, sorry, I'm losing my voice. One sec. One moment. Forgiveness, set yourself free. This could be you forgiving yourself for something or someone else. We have love. Allow it to pour in and out of you. And we have the sun for you twice. Conscious mind, masculine life force energy. I also just feel like this is overall good omen, brighter times ahead for you. Bailey, that's what I got for you, boo-boo. And thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging out over here for a reading. Thank you so much. All right. We have Kendra is up next. And then SB, and then we are out of here. I got to go. Hi. He's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on that midnight train. All right. I got to go. All right, Kendra, go ahead and post, boo-boo. Yes, we sure can. Give me 1 second. I'm at an hour and a half. I'm losing steam. But I got you guys. I'll come on again tomorrow in the afternoon. Maybe I'll start doing Saturdays again. I'm probably going to have to because my work stuff is just going to be too crazy. All right, Spirit, show me. Career reading for Kendra. What do we got? Six of Wands, victory. Knight of Wands, transformation. Five of Cups. 10 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Hermit again. And Knight of Pentacles. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Spirit. We have the Two of Pentacles. I think there is a lot of contemplation weighing on you right now. What do we do? Which way do I go? The Three of Pentacles talks about people working together harmoniously, okay? Not every day is going to be a walk in the park. But, and reminder, like, you have free will, right? If you decide that this isn't the right path for you, you can make a change. But what I'm here to tell you is, I personally feel like Six of Wands and Knight of Wands and the Death card, I feel like if you stick with this and see it through, I think there's going to be great financial benefits here. There will be times where you do feel alone. However, the Knight of Pentacles, you're laying a very solid foundation, like putting the investment in and doing this and knowing that like not every day is going to be amazing. But I do feel like there are going to be positive days. Like we started out strong with the Six of Wands, which is the victory card, right? So I do feel like you are on the right track. And sometimes sticking it out, even in times of frustration like you've experienced, can be worth it in the long run, which is the promise of our Knight of Pentacles here, where he's like, I've been through the trenches, I did the thing, I laid the groundwork, and I'm ready to be the King of Pentacles, right? But if you decide, you know, if you feel one day, yeah, I think you need more time to weigh things out, and I think that you should stick with it, because if you have a skill under your belt and you need to pay bills and put food on the table, this is something that you can always go back to. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think for women, that's really, really important, is to have some kind of skill, right? Where you can, even if you don't love it, you can still get up every day and go do your thing. But the Ten of Swords is also an ending and a transformation. I feel like the success, the monetary value, and I think also there will be a reassurance of self here with the Hermit energy and silent confidence that comes with this, where you're like, I'm cool, I'm okay, I don't need to be and also, you also probably don't want to be like BFF with your coworkers. You're better off, you know, finding, not saying that you can't be friends with some of these people, but, you know, finding sisterhood in your local community, so that when you do come home, you have like a home base and a community that you're coming back to, type of thing. And I also see, like, if you're traveling, you will get really comfortable, like if you're in a hotels or going to new cities alone and you need to explore because that's what you're doing on the job. Like, I see you actually really thriving doing that. Yeah. So I see that. And I'm not saying you won't have friends. I think over time you're gonna, but right now you're still in this Five of Cups thing where you're like, man, is it gonna be like this every day? And Spirit's like, things are gonna change. Death, rebirth, transformation. Every day could feel different. Every week could feel different. We don't want to make any hasty decisions based on like a couple bad days from last week, right? Two of Pentacles. Like, I think the good very much outweighs any of the bad, because there's gonna be drama or frustration anywhere you go. That's just life, right? But I think this is setting you up with a skill that's going to be very successful, that you will be very good at. Okay? Spirit, what else do we have here? And let me know if you want any specifics, and then we'll get into, I can answer those. We have Jupiter in Cancer in the 10th house. Woohoo! All right. So, Jupiter is in Cancer right now. The 10th house of career. This is your time to shine. I feel like this is going to be really beautiful for you to be able to, this is a very lucky placement. So if you stick it out and go through this, I almost see you getting like a lucky break or a lucky shift, right? That maybe a more senior person would be offered because you were in the right place at the right time or something like that. So that's really, really cool. So I do think it's going to be worth it in the long run. I see you being very happy. There's some type of lucky break here going on with Jupiter, which is our house, which is our bringer of luck. And it's exalted in Cancer, which is the exact placement it's in right now in the sky. So let me see what else I have for you. And then I got SB up next, and then I'm out of here. The content creation and gig stuff, I think you need to be patient with yourself. And think of it as the long game with Knight of Pentacles. Let me see. I'll pull some on that, and then that's what I'll do. I'll pull tarot on that, and then I'll do oracle for the rest. Anything about content creation, side gig stuff. Look at you, Queen of Pentacles. I think right now things are a little bit up in the air. Maybe you're contemplating what kind of content that you want to put out, and then the idea will come to you, and then you'll just kind of hit the ground running with it. And that is something that could take off, but I feel like you're still deciding, Seven of Cups, like which direction that you want to go in. But I almost see you having this like light bulb moment, and then you start creating again. That's what I'm seeing. So that could be a little bit further off, but allow, the Queen of Pentacles, allow things to move in a natural progression. That's probably going to be, don't push yourself too hard when it comes to that. Allow the content and the flow to come natural to you. Don't push yourself or force yourself to like find an idea. We have overcome any obstacle. Trust the great mystery, and I feel like I said that to you earlier in a reading today, and bring your ideas to life. So once you have those light bulb moments, that's when you'll know that, yeah, this is the type of video, this is the kind of content that I want to create now. That's what I'm seeing for you, my dear. Thank you so much, BB. I will see you in the next one. All right, SB is my last one. Okay. You can do whatever you want. Hello, Iman. I'm actually done. I've been on for like an hour and 40 minutes and I have to go, but I will be back on tomorrow, and I do donation only, FYI. Okay, I'm interested into getting into health tech in the future. You're bored. Will this be a good... I like his workflow. Okay, I'm interested in getting to this in the future. Will this be a good path for me? Will this be a good path for me? Will this be a good path for me? Page of Swords. Study, study, study. Okay? King of Swords. I definitely think you have the skill set and the intelligence to do it. King of Wands. Holy crap. The Sun. Temperance. Seven of Cups and Eight of Cups. You know, the Eight of Cups is about moving in a new direction. I 100% yes, I do think that this would be a good path for you. So this is definitely going to require a little bit of study and effort for sure. But with the Sun and Temperance, I think that you... I don't know anything about this, so I'm just going to read the cards as I see. But with Temperance, there's an ability to like heal people through whatever this technology stuff or whatever this platform or this workflow is. There's also more opportunity here, and I feel like this is something that's growing and that you could potentially like move or travel. It's going to open up new doorways for you. So yes, I do think this is good. We have the Empress here, really beautiful, fertile energy. There could be more opportunity. And then in conjunction with you already having, you know, the background that you have, I feel like it's just going to be awesome. And then 4 of Pentacles. Realize that this is going to require a lot of work and dedication, but if you have the ability to do that, I say go for it. If you have the capacity to do it, I say go for it. Eva. I mean, what about a small one, Eva? I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. I did close down. I'm going to be on tomorrow afternoon, but if you want a little one, I can do it. I'm reaching my capacity for, hold on, let me throw the dice for you, SB. I'm getting a little, I'm fading, Eva. We have, wow, I keep rolling this damn 7th house today. What is going on? Yes, I'll do a baby reading for you. I'll do the, yeah, that's, if you're cool with that. Thank you. Where are we? Taurus, Neptune and Taurus in the 7th house. This is going to change your, I know the 7th house isn't, this is going to change your relationships. Like maybe your schedule would change. So like if you're used to doing like regular nursing shifts, like I feel like this would be a different type of schedule for you, and it would change your relationship dynamics because you potentially would have more time to spend with people. Let me know if that makes sense. I know, the 7th house dice is sticky today for sure. But yeah, that's what I see for you. So SB, my short answer is yes, I think this is a great path for you. It will require some effort, but I think it'll be really cool. All right, Eva, let me know what you want to get into, boo-boo. We're going to use crystal visions for you. And then I'll be back on tomorrow, guys. All right, Eva, I'll take you. Got it. Okay. I got you. Give me 1 second, I'm just waiting for it to show up. I think my phone is fried, my brain is fried. Give me 1 second, Eva. There you are. Okay, cool. I got you. All right. All right, deep breath, Eva. Deep breath, Eva. I'm actually also going to put some of this road opener because I got to get my energy up for tonight. It's going to be a long night. All right. All right, Eva, I've been feeling ungrounded and confused. I need general clarity. Spirit, what does Eva need to know right now? How can we help Eva through whatever this is she's experiencing? We have the Two of Wands, making plans, Ace of Cups. We have a lot of, this is such beautiful cards. We got a lot of Five of Cups today, actually. I think people are just kind of feeling a little emo. I kind of feel like the world is like going through its cycle or something right now. I've been trying to focus on my dreams and what I really want in life. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just as I said in the reading before, you know, let things, I feel like you should let your dreams come naturally to you. Like when you are truly trying to find a passion, it's not going to be, it's going to come knocking. Like your passion is going to come knocking. It's going to be something that is undeniable, and I wouldn't put too much pressure on yourself as well, because it's like the Five of Wands and the Moon, and it's like, well, what is my thing, and what do I want to do? And I think you're stressing yourself out about it. Two of Wands, it's like you can't really make plans if you haven't given things a chance. Aww. Even just letting myself crush on cute celebrities. I love that. Do you watch Sloan videos? I love Sloan on he does all the celebrity gossip. He cracks me up. Anyway, you know what I think you should do? I think you should spend more time daydreaming. I think you should spend more time doing little fun, like I was just talking to them earlier about, like, I got into those little coloring books that like people are really into right now, and just doing fun little like cozy girly stuff for yourself, because I think you're putting too much pressure on, you're feeling emotionally heavy about something that may not even warrant it. Maybe some of this, as my friend says, it's like riding the dragon of hormones. Maybe you're just feeling a little bit, I don't know, you're triggered about something. I would invite you to dive deeper into the feeling of why you're feeling that way, rather than pushing yourself to do something else. Because if you feel the feeling and address the feeling of what is causing you to feel like you are ungrounded or confused and you need clarity, sitting in the feelings and feeling it rather than pushing yourself to do something else that you're still ungrounded or not sure about is not a healthy way to plant your seed and water your plant right now. So I think before you can make plans to have a new fresh start, you need to address the Five of Cups over here. I'm feeling emotionally heavy for sure. I have a crush on an actor it's been really nice. I love this. Yeah. So I think you may be a little bit of a dreamer. Do you have some Pisces in your chart? You may be someone that maybe likes a little bit of a distraction here and there, but I do think it's time to maybe address some of this emotional heaviness that's going on with this Five of Cups. Because we do have to be practical and realistic at the same time. This Four of Pentacles energy, it's like we can't hold back forever of not addressing the emotions, because once you heal it, then you can feel free again to do all of those things. I've been feeling this way, but I can't figure out why. South Node Pisces. North Node Virgo, right? That's it. Hey, Max. Max! So, hold on. Your north node would be in Virgo, right? So what's the north node solution, right? It's 3 just there all day, but just a mess in my head. I can't make sense of it. Okay, so let's talk about that. Virgo North Node, what does that mean? Now, I don't know. Do you know what house it's in? I don't know. But here's the prescription. Here, the mission for you is to get extremely organized. So the Two of Wands, this is about making lists. But part of me feels like until you address some of this emotional baggage of what this is, so maybe you can just start journaling. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury, which is about communication. Maybe you start journaling about how you're feeling every day when you're in those moments, and then you can kind of like decode, like, where is this coming from? North Node is in your first house. Okay, so you have Virgo North Node in the first house. So for me, that means that I think a way to reground yourself would be to get extremely organized with Virgo energy. So if you're feeling like you're a mess and you're feeling like you're all over the place, maybe by like cleaning, organizing, making lists and journaling is a way to kind of help you through that. Did I roll the dice for you? I can't even remember. Max, I've been reading for an hour and 51 minutes. I'm done, so. We have Spirit. We're going to have it out after this. I rolled the 7th house again. I rolled the 7th house again. What is going on? Knight of Swords energy. Eva, are you still here, babes? Hermit, Virgo energy. I think that getting organized, cleaning, or decluttering all of that stuff is going to help you get more grounded. And I actually feel like some of these feelings are going to pass sooner than you think with the Knight of Swords energy. Okay? I didn't even address that. So we have Saturn in Aquarius in the 7th house. Some of this could be relationship related, restrictions, wisdom, major lessons. And with Aquarius, that could also be like, this could have been like hard lessons that you learned through friendship even as well. I've rolled a lot of Aquarius in the 7th house as well, so I don't know what's going on. But Eva, I hope I'm able to help you with, I feel like my reading was also a little bit all over the place, but feeling the feelings, addressing whatever battle is going on with you is going to help you get back on track here. I'm going to be back on tomorrow, and we are ending. Thank you, Eva. I will see you next time. Have a great day, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.